possible alien. You know, I don't know what the heck this thing is, but that's where this evidence is pointing, you know?
Yeah. Now, throughout your research of dealing with the Mothman, has he primarily just stayed in the West Virginia area, or has he gone out and dealt with some other type of civilians of this country?
He's been spotted all over the country, actually all over the world. Recently,
oh yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know I know that he's been spotted all over the world because I've heard that over the years, and there's been many reports of that.
He just likes West Virginia, right?
Yes, Point Pleasant, West Virginia.
Nice. So he puts out on vacation to other parts of the country and says, all right, time to go back home. We're just going to go back to this bridge over there.
Hawaii. You think he'd be hanging out in Hawaii or something, you know? That'd be the place to be.
There you go. That'd be fun. Let's all go.
Yeah. Well, that's my plan. You know, I want to go to the Hawaiian Islands and hunt, what's his name? The Menehune. I got AJ here, my partner in crime, man, and he's on Team Rogue as well, and he lived in Hawaii for a while, and we're going to go down there at some point here and chase this little troll guy into the caves down there. He knows a little bit about him. What is he exactly?
It's the Menehune. They're like the little people of Hawaii. They a lot like leprechauns of the Polynesians.
Awesome. That's fun. That sounds fun.
I love the way you said that. He said, we're just going to go chase these little troll guys somewhere, you know. We're going to find out about them, you know.
Hunt them down, AJ. Now, I don't know that legend. I'm not familiar with that one, with the Polynesian legend.
He looks like a garden gnome, but a shaved face and shit, you know, and big ears.
Okay.
Yeah, he's thought to go steal island women and bring them back to his cave, you know. And he's thought to be like a Joker too, just exactly like a leprechaun. But he's thought to live in Hawaiian Islands. And I'd love to go chase him, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard about a critter like that down in Mexico. I can't think of the name that was used for him, but he I guess he was kind of like the same thing, same scenario. He liked to fuck with people and mess with their heads, and hung out in tool sheds and shit, you know.
I don't know. It sounds a lot. It sounds a lot like the evil leprechaun on that movie that they show every year at St. Patrick's Day.
Right? Do an investigation.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like a great place to go do an investigation. I mean, absolutely, of course.
Yeah, and this crypto paranormal road trip. I got to talk about this a minute. You know, just
I love that.
This is what I'm.
We can talk about that all night.
So, a few days ago, like 5 days ago, I left Portland, Maine, and I headed to Jeremy Bates' place. Jeremy's on my TV show, Monsters Underground, and he's a pro fighter. He's fought people like Evander Holyfield, Andrew Galata, like he's fought everybody. And so he got us like front row, like VIP tickets to this really amazing tough man contest in Huntington, West Virginia. So anyway, we hung out there, watched the tough man contest, which was kick ass. And then we took these ring girls over to Holiday Inn to drop them off. We ran inside, got them a hotel room, went back out to hop in the vehicle. And
sure you did.
Right? We were good. Yeah, right? But we got our vehicle stolen, man. We came outside to get in our car, and the shit was gone. Like, it was just gone. And come to find out, some little 15-year-old brat jumped in our car, drove the thing to almost Detroit, Michigan, which is like 5 hours away, and he, like, ran out of gas alongside of the median. So he goes and walks and gets some gas, comes back, and the cops are there, man. And so they kind of, like, pressure the kid. He folds, and he's like, I stole the car. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get to my mama's house. So basically, we had to go up there and pick up the car. So we drive up there from Huntington, well, actually Kentucky. We drive up there from Kentucky, which is forever. We get up there, it's snowing like hell. I mean, it's just snowing. And we start heading back, and Jeremy accidentally somehow hits one of those friggin' medians where the Jersey barrier is, that big concrete thing. He hits that with his truck, flies way the hell up in the air, smashes into this other brand new friggin' Dodge Challenger or something. They drive each other against the guardrail, and they just continue to slide down the guardrail. And, you know, AJ and I, we're both vets, you know, we freak out. We're like, oh, man, this is like Vietnam or something. So we hop out, and we run back to the vehicle, and the vehicle's like on fire, man. And Becky Jo, Jeremy's wife, was like trying to get out of the vehicle. I grab her and help her. AJ runs around the other side. Now you remember this vehicle's on fire, and he's trying to drag Jeremy Bates out of the vehicle. Jeremy's like passed out, knocked out cold, man. And you know, Jeremy's not even been knocked out by Evander Holyfield, and this dude's knocked out in the front seat of his car. So he gets drug out, and he's kind of awake, you know, as he's getting up, and he walks back to the car. And, dude, the car just starts getting enveloped in flames. I mean, this thing is just, like, burning at this point, man. I mean, it's like a straight flaming just nastiness. So we get them all back to the car, and the thing goes, pow! I don't know exactly what blew up, but something popped. And so we all took cover in the car and basically waited the cops to get there, you know. And the cops came, took Jeremy to the hospital. He's got a concussion. He's all jacked up. And then we go back to his house. And, yeah, you know, that's how it started. So I was like, yeah, Jeremy, I'm going to be taking off now, man, like, because, like, we've hung out recently, like, 3 or 4 times, and out of those 3 or 4 times, you've been in the hospital twice. I'm like, and, so, anyway, yeah, after that, AJ and I left that place on our crypto paranormal road trip, and we left for a place called the Serpent Mound in southern Ohio. Have you guys heard of that place?
No.
No, I have not.
Really? I've not, no. Do tell.
If you have a computer in front of you, you really should check this out. Like, you
I
ought
do.
to put up links. You need to put up links on your Facebook about this, too. It's an amazing place. It's
the Serpent Mound? I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look it up right now.
Awesome. And we were also in Fort Ancient, too. Fort Ancient and the Serpent Mound were built about 1,000 AD, right? 1,000 AD.
I see it. Okay. Oh.
Like Fort Ancient culture.
Right. So this Fort Ancient culture was comprised of the Hopewell and the Adena Indians. These two Indians tribes basically lived on top of this mountain where there are mounds built. And these mounds are really amazing because they're huge. I mean, they're massive. The outside surrounding wall is probably, now I'm guessing, I'd say probably 2 miles long and about 20 feet high. And within that kidney bean looking wall are a whole bunch of little mounds that are like 15 feet high by maybe 30 feet in diameter. And what this thing is, it's a gigantic calendar. It's a lot like Stonehenge. You know, it's amazing. It's truly amazing. You can stand on the mounds that are within that outer wall and watch certain constellations rise during certain times of the year through the cutouts that are outside or within the perimeter wall. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, so you're able to tell, like, exactly what day of the year it is and how long you have in your harvest season, and I don't know, it's pretty amazing. So the coolest thing about all this, and this is my favorite part, Fort Ancient has these gigantic cutouts in the surrounding wall, and during the summer, I think it's actually the winter equinox, the sun shines through one of these cutouts up on the Fort Ancient wall. And
I'm looking at it right now. It looks really cool. I would love to go see this. It looks really cool.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, it's so badass. And so the sun hits the Serpent Mound, and it actually hits the head of the Serpent Mound, and it's huge, man. The Serpent Mound is massive, and the sun shines on the Serpent Mound, and the Serpent Mound is covered with mica. So whenever the sun hits it, even though it has grass on it, it lights up. It, like, illuminates. And so, like, this thing becomes, like, a bright, like, serpent while this thing is being shined on by the sun.
Illuminated.
Yeah, it's illuminated. It shines. And so it's amazing. It's, like, really the only thing here in the United States like this. And, you know, it dates back, like I said, 1,000 AD. So, while us cannibals over in Eastern Europe were like fighting, like, I don't know, Vikings and whatnot in 1000 AD, these people were so sophisticated over here, they were building calendars that were able to predict the future, essentially. So
whatever happened to our intelligence?
Excuse me?
Whatever happened to our intelligence? Somewhere along the line, it seriously decreased.
I think it was medical marijuana.
That's what it was.
Yeah, blame it on the weed. There's the pot, everyone.
Yeah.
The pot all
I think this is fairly amazing. I'm gonna have to go there and check this out because this is right up my alley, you guys. This is definitely my kind of thing and a place that I would definitely take a trip to. Absolutely. So I am so glad to hear about this site, and I'm bookmarking it right now. This will absolutely be on my vacation list sometime soon. Absolutely.
Sweet. We just did like a 20-minute video to Serpent Mound about it, and we basically walked around the Serpent Mound, kind of like showed it off, And then
cool.
We just went up to Fort Ancient, and we're actually coming back tomorrow in order to get some aerial video with my drone. So we're going to go up, we're going to go up as high as we can with our drone, and we're going to film aerials and try to prove the theories behind all these, basically lines from Fort Ancient to the Serpent Mound, and we're going to try to prove the theories that the guy from Nova had as far as like which cutouts within the outer wall actually mean what on the Serpent Mound, and we're going to try to figure out if it was possible for him to truly predict the future. Because the guy, I can't think of the guy's name, but he used to be on that TV show Nova. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can't think of the guy's name. But anyway, Carl Sagan, that's his name. Carl Sagan came and investigated this, and he thinks that these people, and you can look this up, it's a really crazy theory. He thinks that these people were waiting for aliens to come. I know this sounds crazy because I don't know how I feel about all this, but it's a really cool story. He thinks that these people were waiting for aliens to come because they were able to, from what he could find, they were truly able to predict the future and like where the stars were going to be in the future and like all this. I don't know. They were really predicting the future somehow. And so the reason he feels that these were somehow like an alien race or something, he thinks that because they fell off the face of the earth. And about, like, I think he said 1200 AD, the whole culture just went away. Like how they make pottery, how they, like, do things, how they make the weapons, like everything, their language, everything was just gone, wiped out, no more. So that's something that we've never seen before with any Native American tribe. You can usually, track a Native American tribe from their pottery and how they do things. Well, it was never found again. And so they really think either it was like a mass suicide or and Carl Sagan really feels that they were waiting for a ride, essentially.
Right.
And so, I love that theory that these guys are trying to predict when these spaceships were going to come back and take them away. And that's really what he thinks.
Yeah.
That's cool, I just love this weird stuff, man.
I love it. That's so fascinating. I love it. I can't wait to hear more about it. I'm absolutely going to check out that video. I can't wait to see it, you guys. Very cool.
Yeah, I'm talking about our next stop. Our next stop is going to be in Pennsylvania at this place called Ringing Rocks. And it's badass, dude. It's supposed to be haunted, and it's supposed to be like another one-of-a-kind kind of place. What it is a giant boulder field, man. I mean, this thing is huge, like 10 football fields. And it's filled with these weird, like, volcanic rocks that are like magnesium, aluminum, and what else, AJ? Iron, yeah. And so these rocks are pretty much just all metallic. And you can, like, hit them with a hammer, and they ring exactly like a friggin' cymbal. So, like, basically you toss a rock out there, and it's just like ding, 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 off these rocks. And it's supposed to be haunted. It's supposed to have alien activity as well. We're going to go out there and spend most of the night, fly around with the drone with night vision.